Okay, guys, 1.5 notes 2. This is compound inequalities. Compound inequalities, there are two of them. There's an and an or. Today we're going to be learning about the or. A compound inequality is any inequality that has the words and or in it. Okay? An or inequality must find all the values that make one or the other inequality true. Not both, just one or the other. The key words that you need to be looking for, or the key symbols, are going to be opposite directions. When you graph these, they are going to be going in opposite directions from each other on the number line, and you need to make sure that they are. If they are not going opposite directions, it is not a true or statement, so you've messed up. So here we go. I'll give you the first example here. 2x is greater than 3 minus x. I need to solve or 2x is less than x minus 3. I have two equations. So I'm going to act like I just have two individual problems with the word or attached to them. The word or is 100% important and it must stay in the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solve the first one here. So I'm going to add x to both sides. So I have 3x is greater than 3. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 3 and I have x is greater than 1. Then I'm going to come over here to the second one and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to subtract x. And I have x is less than negative 3. Now these two would appear to be my lovely little answer, okay? But, I'm going to move this down, but that's not necessarily true, okay? What you have to do then is to go ahead and graph these. The smaller number goes clear to the left, so the smaller number is negative 3, the larger number is 1, okay? When I graph x is less than negative 3, it is an open dot and I'm shading down. When I graph x is greater than 1, it's an open dot and I'm shading up. Now, basically all you're doing is you're reading this statement or this line from left to right. So x is less than negative 3 or x is greater than 1. This is your answer. I do not want you to just box in the two that you got because yes, those would be accurate, but they're not in the order that it should be and you should always have it from left to right. Math Excel will mark you wrong if you do not put the smaller value first, okay? Let's do it again. So with that being said, okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the next example. The next example, I have two different values again, and I'm just going to solve each one of them. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I have 2y is greater than 13 take away 7 is 6. Then I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 2. Do I need to flip the inequality sign? Well, that is determined by what I divided by. I divided by positive 2, so therefore I keep it. So this is going to be y is greater than 3. So now I'm going to come over to the other one and do that one. So I'm going to have a plus 2 to both sides, and negative 3y is greater than or equal to 12. Divide by negative 3. Do I flip the inequality symbol? I divided by negative 3, so therefore, yes, I flip the inequality symbol to give me negative 4. So from here, I'm going to put the two numbers on the number line with the smallest one first. Which one's smaller, 3 or negative 4? Negative 4 is smaller, 3 is larger. So if I graph the first one, y is less than or equal to negative 4, so that is going to be a closed dot, and I'm shading down. And y is greater than 3, an open dot, and I shade up. So therefore, how do I write this? Well, how I write this is, come on, bro. Didn't want to go for me, guys. Is you read it from left to right. So y is less than or equal to negative 4, or, and you have to have that word, y is greater than 3. That is your answer, and you must have it in that order. Math Excel will mark it wrong, so please be very careful. Okay, next one, same exact concept. How do I get rid of the negative 5? I multiply by negative 5. So that is going to give me 3x. I multiplied by negative 5, so I need to flip the sign. Now I'm going to divide by 3. So x is greater than or equal to negative 10. Come over here, do the next one. Add 1. 1/5 x is less than or equal to negative 3. How do I get rid of the 5? Multiply both sides by 5, right? So that gives me x is going to be Do I flip the sign? Well, I have to look at the symbol, right? So if the symbol is less than, I look at what I multiplied by, and I multiplied by positive 5. So no, I do not flip the sign, and I have x is less than or equal to negative 15. So how do I go ahead and graph this? Which number is smaller? Now this is tricky, so I need you to think distance. How many units away is negative 15 from 0 on the number line? It is negative 15, it's 15 units away. How many units is negative 10 away? Well, negative 10 is closer to 0. Do we see that? So the bigger number in this case is negative 10. So if I graph this, at negative 10 it is a closed dot and I'm shading to the right. And at negative 15 it's a closed dot and I'm shading to the left. They are going in opposite directions like they're supposed to. And you simply put the word or between them. And you always put the smaller one first. Any questions? Let me know.